Okay, so now we will look at another way to get the learners into the system, which is the self sign up method. Now, way you can do that is you can set up a registration form. And the way to access this is to go under the learner menu, and the sub menu item is registration form. Click on that, and you will start seeing a page like this. So, the first thing that you will see on top is the unique URL that you will need to say, you need to share with your learner so that they can access the form from that URL and give you the required information and come into the system. Now, the first thing that you will see is the header. Header is the information that you can give to learners, which will appear above the form part. So it can be thought of as an instruction for your learners to read as they come into the page and read. The first thing that they will read will be your header. So you can set up header something like welcome, to the company, please sign up. You can of course add make this slightly richer by adding images, logos, and things like that. Do remember to check the preview before you go live with it. Now, the second piece that you will need to collect is the kind of information that you want the learners to give you before they self sign up or when they self sign up. So, what you can do here is that there is a manage custom fields um, menu item that you have on the left hand side under learners. This is the menu item which allows you to manage all the custom fields that you want to include in your learners records. So from here, as you can see, this is currently empty, so I can quickly create some custom fields. For example, if location is one, sorry. So if location can be one custom field, then I can add field type will be text, and it will be neither a username, not a password, nor an email, and will not be the name of the learner, but it'll just be a random field called location where people can identify or write down what their location is. Or I can in fact make this a drop down and give certain options like Delhi, Kolkata, and so on and so forth. And if I want to keep this field encrypted, then I can click on this button here, which will ensure that these fields is part of your personally identifiable information for the learners, and they will be encrypted at rest and during transit. You can also click on manage possible values. Um, Okay, so you can, if you're coming back, if let's say the use case is that your learners are already into the system and they have somebody has typed Delhi with a small d or spelt it wrong, and you've got a little bit of jumbled up data, what you can do then is you can load learner values and also treat it with possible values. So anything which will be close to Delhi, the system will feel that this is what the intention of the learner was while they typed what they typed, which is very similar to one of your drop downs. Then it will allow you to do that exercise as well. So you can manage this slightly later also, once you have created this form, but it's a good idea to just keep a drop down and allow people to select from one of the drop downs when you can kind of predict what kind of fields people will give in. And then I can simply save this. Okay, and you don't need to create custom fields for name, username, password, and email, because those are standard fields and they will appear without you having to create these fields. So the next step is, let's say we want to the next step here is to manage fields, and here we can identify all the fields that we want our people to fill out. So I can simply click on add here, and I can say Okay, so this is another way in which you can create a custom field right from here without having to go into the manage custom fields area. So I can, let's say, create another field like manager name, and field type will let it remain text, and I click on save. Okay, so one other piece that we missed out was to enable that custom field. So that's the reason it is not appearing there. So what I will need to do is, for the one that we created for location, I'll come under actions and I will enable it. So the moment you enable it, you will see a green line here, which ensures that this will now is going to be available. And if I quickly just reload this page, I will also see manager name, which I had created on the go from the registration form itself. And this also I will need to enable. So once these two are enabled, the whole idea behind enabling custom fields, or not, is to, have, if you have team members and they want to manage this for you, then you can later choose which ones go into the form and which ones don't. So the second step, coming back to, um the form, let's reload this form, and you see these two fields have appeared here. You can make this a required field, um, if you want people to also fill this here, and you can click on preview. So this is what the users will see, which is they will need to put in a username, they will need to put in the location, choose from your drop down, give the manager name, give the password, give the email, and obviously put their name. So this is how you can set up your registration form and share the link, which is right on top, with your learners so that they can fill it out and come into the system.